Today against the UConn defense that in the two FBS games has lost to Fresno State and to Purdue 94-0. The handoff to Barnard up the middle, and he got the...
And he's being rewarded with his first start today. They think he'll play well.
None of the Army offensive linemen have made more than 5 career starts today, so that'll be a challenge. This time it is the pitch coming near side, and there is all kinds of room. It is Brandon Walters down the sideline, and he's escorted out of bounds inside the
Their slot back didn't even have anybody to block.
And usually it's Brandon Walters who is your leader as the blocker. So in the red zone, after just 2 plays, Barnard tries the middle. A couple of yards inside the 2. It remains on the field as the fullback. Anderson, he is open into the end zone. He just shimmied to the right. The whole looked good when he was down in the end zone 20 yards away from the play on the last defensive series. 4-play opening touchdown drive. This the handoff to Jacoby Buchanan, who last week had a career-high 8
front that moved well. This should be a good game for UConn's front, the way they're constituted.
Travis Jones, number 57, right in the middle of the defense, listed at 333 pounds. Certainly a challenge for those new starters in the middle. Anderson on the pitch. This one is to Howard. It's blocked on the edge, and he slipped up. Trying to fight.
It's a 4th and 2 or less. Be curious to see if they throw the ball here.
They did 6 times last week. It is a run for Anderson. It's blocked nicely. He's upended. That was Dixon coming up from the safety spot.
Fullback. They say, the coaching staff, that he's 100% on conversion runs. Runs like this.
141 career carries. He's never lost a yard. He's over the top, and it's going to be close.
It is very clear. They spot it. 1 inch that way, 1 inch that way could change everything.
This time it is Anderson back to pass. And just like last week, it's a wide open receiver. Isaiah Alston, his first career touchdown.
Yards in 1 year would go to Army, where they throw maybe 5 times a game.
He is having a whale of start to his senior year. The handoff to Robinson, and he's eaten up by Jackson Mitchell. Down to Tina.
Of the Army quarterback that they raised.
He's certainly doing that so far here in the 2021 season. Handoff again. It's a wide open hole. This time it's Atkins taking it inside the 30 for 220 pounds. It is a first down for Army as we dip inside of 2:40 to go here in an opening quarter. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Every drive is started in UConn territory. The pitch again, Robinson out in space, has a block by Walters, and he's inside the red zone for another Army first.
Getting flatter down the line. He's taking too poor of an angle to be able to make a play on it.
That was a great play up the middle. Great defense.
When they knew they weren't going to play because of COVID, so not a very good excuse if that's the excuse.
Cato is the B-back. The pitch comes around. Raheem Murphy. He's got blockers in front. Lowers the shoulder, and he's inside the 10. Dixon made this down in each of those first quarters. It was the second quarter where things fell apart for the Huskies. The handoff to Atkins. He's chased down from behind. Through 15 minutes, started a good field position, and it's been quick strikes against UConn.
Feels like it might be time to fire the old Buchanans here with Jacoby in the game.
We're going to keep going with that.
Late shift to unbalanced line. That's where they're going.
It's not. Instead, it's Anderson trying for his second rushing touchdown. Does not get there.
I mean, they got some dudes on the D-line that have made some plays.
3rd and goal, this you assume for Army is 2-down territory.
Of course. Quarterback sneak maybe with how tight he is.
That's exactly what he does. He's pushed from behind, and Anderson is into the end zone. Here in our meetings on Friday, he said the whole team went down. It's a big ceremony that everybody was excited to be there. What was and is Buffalo Soldier Field now has that monument as well.
Yeah, I went and checked out that statue yesterday. Sometimes I run on Buffalo Soldier Field.
Anderson kept it himself and almost snuck through. Jeremy Lucien, where they put together touchdown drives. That did have the one play there right before halftime. So the offense last week, but they weren't thrilled about their inability on a 4th and 2. They weren't thrilled about the fumble, but they're gonna love this one. Tyrell Robinson to the house. He takes it 70 yards for another Army touchdown. Marquell had that last week. Comes over and grabs it. Be careful with that. That's a real ass. Anderson set to pass again. Looking downfield. Finds his tight end. That is Lingenfelter pushing his way inside the 5.
Biased against the tight ends, throwing it to the receivers. Now he gets it to the tight end.
That's the first tight end catch on the year. Anderson already 2 rushing touchdowns. This time cannot get away. But part of that is usually you're facing 13, 14 play drives. That has not been the case today.
No, you're right. Coming to an unbalanced to the right side, 3 offensive linemen force the players to make the adjustment.
The handoff to Buchanan. 2 touchdowns last week. Give him 1 this week. Behind the defense, would have made a touchdown. They had a 58-yarder that was negated by a penalty. And Army up 35-0's going to Jamel Jones, and they're going back to the outside. It's Atkins inside the 35-yard line. 38 rushing yards as they cycled through 6 different quarterbacks last season. And it is Atkins almost scored it through. Jackson Mitchell got a piece of it.
The Atkins diet jokes, okay? By the way, that's what I'm on. You see that my tailgate on social media? You see the food I had before the game? I think that was Atkins.
You look like Ken Kobayashi trying to get a hot dog.
Filet sandwich.
Steady diet. There's more Atkins.
Nice.
Push forward, 3 yards. Red light, yellow light, green light food camp. So I don't know what kind of diet that was.
Are you serious?
That's serious. We're going to have to delve into that.
Oh my gosh. I got to hear more.
This time Jones keeps it. Howard had to wait for the pitch. That wasn't the best pitch. And Mitchell drives him to the turf. FBS leader in tackles coming into this game for Jackson Mitchell at 29.
4 down territory here for the Black Knights.
Oh, no question. It's back to Atkins. He slipped a little bit, but pushes forward and has another first.
Miles an hour, 245 pounds in the first game against Georgia State, according to the GPS.
And remember, he was a guy who was around 260, so that's the weight that he has lost on the pitch. UConn does a nice job stringing it out, but patience shown by 8.
They get a first down before a touchdown.
They'd certainly love to do that, and they'll get the ball to start the second half. Again, it's Atkins, pushed back one more time. Looked like Kevon Jones, who was leading the way again. Oh yeah, anything that resembles experience right now will be beneficial for UConn. Inside of 90 seconds to go in the half. Jamel Jones in for Anderson. And it looks like he does have an all-Army here this afternoon. 35-0. Christian Anderson led 5 touchdown drives. Jamel Jones in for this one. The handoff to Atkins. He rolls over the defense and he's not in.
On the football, very likely a handoff to Atkins.
That was DJ Morgan who was slow to get up. The linebacker transferred from Notre Dame. There is Atkins. He is over the top. And another touchdown for Army.
Which we talked about, said that he's really made it fun. What he says to the other guys is, what kind of teammate do you want to be?
Different energy around the UConn program, but unfortunately today the result has been the same. Jamel Jones stays in as quarterback, and that's their best defensive play.
And you show what your character is all about with how you perform here in the second half.
And by the way, for Army, already getting those players in who haven't played yet this year. That's Lesku player who had the run. That's the pass for Jones, and he high-pointed it. What a grab!
To get some of their depth, some of their backup, some of their younger players playing time. Some guys, Jason, are just better in the games than they are in practice.
It's Lesku player getting the snap, and again, snuffed out Wortham. Got him behind the line.
Yellow 0. He said it's hard to find, but he's a big mellow yellow 0 guy. I never even heard of mellow yellow 0.
Well, everything's got to have a 0 somewhere, right? Jones handed off. It's Cato getting the carry.
When the lights are on and when there's a crowd, they perform better. Some guys, quite frankly, don't perform as well. And this gives Army a chance to find out who those guys are out of their second and third string.
Jones was read right off the snap.
Tackle. Evans, a freshman, 6'2", 277 from South Carolina.
It's a 4th down play for Jamel Jones in 5. Fakes the throw, keeps it himself, not gonna get there, it's close.
Wow, it's close. A couple times before the Holy Cross game and this week, and his optimism just comes roaring through the Zoom calls.
keeps it himself and brought down to the turf.
Back to you.
Yeah, and Tina, we asked about if there were any players that stood out in terms of what they did for him or coaching staff. They said they were all incredible throughout the whole process. That's the pitch shot to the edge, and it's a first down for Army. He said there's a different feeling around this team, a feeling almost like a breath of fresh air since he has taken over to try and set a new standard of UConn football.
Well, he's certainly optimistic. He really enjoys. He wants them to have some success. He wants them to have some fun. He wants smiles on their faces.
They're going to be excited about how they've opened up the third quarter. A defensive stop. And their first touchdown drive against the FBS this season. The pitch coming back. UConn trying to track down Vini. He got the edge. And he has a first down. Down in South Carolina, where the Spanos family has called home for the past 10 years. Was a first down on the run. Jones gets away from the defense and picks up 3 or 4 yards. Christian
Off schedule.
Again, it's Jones tucking it under his arm and has another first down. Take game 2.
And I'm telling you, Cade Ballard did a really nice job. Cade Ballard got a win at UTSA last year as a freshman.
Jones got away from Mitchell, and he's finally taken on. Put one in the end zone on a 38-yard touchdown run from Tyler Pumachan, their freshman quarterback. Jones again keeps it himself. And he gets so skinny, Ross, through the hole.
As much as they are, but a lot of times that's the read.
He has 8 carries for 41 yards on the ground. This is his 3rd drive working today. It's Cato diving ahead for 3. Inside the 5. 40-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah, this has been a longer drive than they have had to have today. It's been a lot of quick, big plays.
And this is the 10th play of the drive. Jones again keeps it. And Mitchell on top of him at the 10, so it'll set up 3rd down. The question, too, on that part is which kicker, because Cole Talley has made a couple this season, but Quinn Morensky has taken the extra points the last 2 touchdowns. Jones out in front. Hunter Webb tracked him down, so they didn't get.
Kevon Jones may have just given him 7 points here.
Well, it's only the 2nd penalty of the game, but they have both been big. Cato down to the 2.
Competitive. But think about it, 5 hours a day he commits to this football program.
He gets the handoff. He's close to the end zone. He's in.
Go down like that. And the Clay Helton one, I don't know, I guess I think it's weird. If you're going to fire a coach after his 2nd game, you didn't really have that much confidence to bring him back this year in the first place, right?
And remember, it was Clay Helton.
Have to have a guy that has a proven track record of success as a head coach, as a guy that's in charge of the whole thing. And then ideally, it's a guy that's had a lot of success recruiting the Northeast, because that's still going to be
9-0 last week and 45-0 to Fresno State. They truly believe they are a better football team than they have showed in 42-0 and a half. And the 3rd quarter, got to start to see the energy, because they are playing well here as a unit. And that's another 3rd down stop for this UConn defense here.
UConn late to get a defender out here. They're going to have to hustle to get them off. They might have 12 guys.
Quavy and Evans does get off the field on a 4th and 1. The handoff to the fullback.
He got it.
And he did get the first down. Cato got it.
Down. That's the one thing I've noticed, is they've got a lot of freshmen, Marion, Turner, Bruton, as well as Pumachan making plays.
That's a quarterback keeper the whole way. Jones on the block. Shakori Williams getting
Jamel Jones healthy, but you know, there's still a lot of time left, and I think they want to make sure. They don't want UConn scoring another touchdown or a couple touchdowns and making this any kind of a game here, especially after what happened in the 4th quarter last week.
Shakori Williams gets his first career carry.
Indiana. They certainly recruit nationally. They get kids from everywhere.
On a 3rd and 2 for Jamel Jones. It's Cato. And he's got another first down for Army. They're starting to build some experience for the backups as well.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of these guys, their depth on the offensive line, getting these guys some invaluable reps.
Williams again spinning, not going.
Look at their legs. Look at the thighs, the glutes, the calf. Football players have big lower bodies typically.
A 13 kick.
Jackson, Filipowicz, Dayton Baugh. I mean, a lot of these guys that don't get a lot of time are getting opportunities out there.
Cameron Holloway now at left tackle. Yet another carry for Jones.
He's close. Week they spend time on onside kicks after they recovered 3 last week.
Williams again into the hole. Hunter Webb.
And show what they can do and see if maybe there's some guys on the second string at UConn that deserve to get more playing time.
Cato keeps the legs driving. Wrapped up around.
We used to call it 1 and 2 dive. Baugh, 6'4", 270-pound sophomore from Walton, Kentucky. Played at the prep school a couple years ago for Andy Wolfram.
And to your point, he's getting his first career action. Did not see any.
A lot of hours for this reward here, and Baugh is trying to show he should start next year, or if a guy gets hurt this year.
Well, Ross Army's trying to put together maybe a 20-play drive. Williams spins out of a couple of tackles, and they're in.
Wedding singer.
Should have known that.
Come on,
100% should have known that. I thought you were talking about, do I know what movie a trap block is from?
Oh, no.
Jones with another.
Guys come firing off the ball. Jackson, Filipowicz. I mean, look how much they're leaning forward in their stand there. Watch them fire off. Watch the block come flying. Boom.
Well, they're getting to the second level, although that time.
Oh, that wasn't a good
That
example.
didn't work out so well.
I'm having a blast. Like, I love this. I love football.
That's why you're doing this, no?
Yeah, for sure.
Williams trying to drive. Webb, the product of Central Penn ending injury. And they were so excited that he was able to get back on the field against Georgia State. He was overcome with emotion. And here in the final 2 plays, taking the final 2 snaps for the Black Knights in what is about to be a